Well, then that sucks for you.
It's okay, we both have things we don't get.
Aww.
Me win hand.
It's so cute. I love this animation so much.
The chibi.
It really just is. And like the watercolors are so sick. It did say artless wallpaper. They weren't wrong.
What do you, artless?
Or creditless, sorry.
I'm like, I have a question. How is that artless? My hand.
His ending. It's different too.
Me when I'm high. Sorry. Dada.
Byakuya, best dad in anime. I will die on that hill. Byakuya is so great.
He doesn't have a lot of competition, low-key.
You're not wrong. Most of the time there's a dad in anime. They're,
Yeesh.
Yeah.
It's like telling a dungeon master that you have an alive family member or somebody you care about. You're like, oh, it's something to hurt you with.
Yeah. There's the opposite with, there's a character in One Piece with, Luffy's dad. Where,
Luffy has a dad.
He does.
How was he born? With no dad.
like
know.
Doofenshmirtz. like Doofenshmirtz, neither of his parents showed up to his
I wouldn't be
birth.
surprised if Andrew told me, well, when Luffy came from the egg, and I'd be like, okay. I mean, like, that's not the most crazy thing about the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you eat a fruit and you get power. Like,
Yeah.
And then people are, like, unproportionate up the wazoo. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't have a dad. It's just that I've never heard anybody talk about it. I've never heard you guys talk about a dad, you know? I've heard about the grandpa.
Luffy's dad talks about is he's like, I don't tell anyone that I have a son, despite the fact that their names are Monkey D. Luffy and Monkey D. Dragon. And they are two of the most wanted people on the planet. He doesn't tell people he has a son, or he didn't when Luffy was young, at least, because he was like, that's something that the government can use against me. They can just go take Luffy and, you know, use him against me, or threaten to kill him or something, which isn't cool, you know.
Fair enough, I guess.
I do love this as a wallpaper, but it does too much, unfortunately.
And click off of it.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at other Dr. Stone ones, though. There's not too many on here. Whoops. What we got in One Piece?
Do you care about Oshinoko spoilers?
Mildly.
Alright, then JK.
But going out, like something that you had mentioned with the yeah, Luffy just eats a fruit and all that happens. So it wouldn't surprise me if me and Ben had this conversation. I meant to tell you about Kato. Kato, you are here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Physically. Emotionally? No.
Um,
Poor Kato. It's
me,
okay.
me and me and Ben were talking the other day because I'd read a bunch of Naruto, and I was like, it is interesting how, because Naruto fully explains every detail about the power system, about how
Right.
like their attacks work and chakra and all this, like every single detail, which is cool. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate when like an artist like can go through and make like this really, really like intricate system. I think there's pros and cons to it. Um, and I'm like, and I when I'm reading through Naruto, I did start Naruto to be able to compare it to One Piece and see like what each series did differently. Not gonna be like, other than jokes, I'm not actually gonna be like, this is bad because One Piece did this better. Like I am trying to like actually compare the series and like see like what series, like what the series did, right? And I'm like, it's so funny though, because we're 1100 chapters, 1150 chapters in, and the best explanation we have for the devil fruits are you eat a fruit, you get a funny power. You eat a fruit and you get turned into rubber. There's no other explanation as to how like you function as a person when you're made of rubber. You eat this fruit, you can become a dragon. That's it. And I'm
That
just like, that's
reminds me
so funny.
of like I really like how Freerun does power like mana wise, like it like the longer you train and like obviously like the longer you hone your skill and like it's like conditioning. It's like conditioning the body, so you're conditioning your magic. I am a huge fan of that. And then like some people are just born with like mass amounts of mana, like some people are just born athletic, and it's just like, yeah.
The Born special power is something that I think a series can do well. It bothers me sometimes. I would much rather see a character work for their strength than this person was just born a god. Or this person was just born with crazy skill. Or this person was born to be some crazy destiny. This person's the chosen one, right?
You don't like chosen
Some series
one?
can do. Some series can do it well.
Like what?
I don't know. I can't think of any examples right now. Like it can be done. The trope itself doesn't annoy me, but when a series does it bad. But like Born
What
with
series
Power,
did
like
it bad?
I'd much rather see like we see someone
What's,
like not to bring up One Piece, but like Luffy, he trains.
what series did it bad?
I'm trying to think. I don't know right now. I don't know a lot of series. I'm tired.
Okay.
um, and I was gonna type all this out when I was talking to Ben though, but I think it's interesting because like a series, Freerun I think is a very very good like middle ground when it comes to like explaining power systems versus not. I think it's like a whole like suspension of disbelief because like if like something like Naruto ever in the future is ever gets to the point where it's like we're gonna do something but we're not going to explain it, or they can do something or it's like that doesn't make sense within the context that you gave us. Whereas in like something like One Piece, you can give me any power in existence in One Piece, and because we don't have a big in-depth explanation, it's like, okay, yeah, they can do that. And like I'm happy. But like when it comes to like Naruto, if you're giving me like so much detail, I'm not remembering the detail. So I'm not gonna care regardless. In the future, I'm not gonna be like, that doesn't make sense in the power. I've already forgotten everything they've told me. Or a lot of like the specifics they've told me. But it's like one of those things of like you can't get away with as much. It's very very cool, very very sick, but like you can't get away with as much. Whereas like One Piece, you can get away with literally any power in existence because you don't explain like anything of how they work. And we'll get a devil fruit explanation eventually of like why they exist. Probably not how they work. And we've seen, you turn into dragon, you turn into rubber, you're now fire. Congratulations, you're now made of fire.
Well, like with
I think
Freerun,
oh, go ahead.
with free run and like what you say about the middle ground. Like it just established that magics exists and it's like a muscle you can train and it's also limited by your imagination. So like that one girl that could cut through anything, like it's just limited by what you can visualize. And that's what
Yeah.
makes a great mage.
Yeah, no, that's what, like I will say, like Freerun did like a perfect middle ground. It didn't go into excruciating detail about like how exactly you're able to, like I'm talking like in Naruto, like you have to specifically move the chakra through your body into your hands to then release said chakra out as your different arts that you're using. Whereas at least in Freerun, it's like yeah, you have like this muscle you're using. Yeah, it's up to like what you're able to see. But like it's honestly like with what's her name? Ubel?
Yeah.
The whole like I can cut through anything I can imagine. If they go into any further detail on that, I think that's when it gets into the territory of like then you're able to say, well actually this doesn't make sense because of this, or oh this contradicts this. So I think where
I
they're at
think
on that right now is perfect. What
then
free
you would
runs
hate the
what
series The Dark Crystal if you hate like I'm not saying that you hate it, but if you dislike the over explanation of the world, you would hate the Dark Crystal, the Renaissance, because what that is like it has like 10 episodes, and each is an hour long, and it's just each episode is info dumping. At least for the like the first 2 or 3, but that's why I like it. Because I'm like, yes, just like read me this book, basically. They basically like kind of they like info dump for like an hour. I'm not even joking, and I'm like, yes.
I am fine with crazy info dumping. I think it's very, very cool, and I love like I was saying, like with how like an author can just like write all of this and have this logic. I just think it's like
Crazy
one of those
info dump.
things. Yeah, I just think it's one of those things that like it can also severely be used against you, and it can also, especially when you have a long series like Naruto and One Piece. If you're heavily explaining this, you can write yourself into a corner and be like, oh. And it's like this for like any long series, even not even like world building, but like, oh, I want to do this, but this thing I wrote so many years ago says I can't actually, or it doesn't make sense for this character to be able to do this because of like this other rule that I have set. Unless now I have this character's like, actually, I can just break that rule. So it is very, very cool. I do think you absolutely can write yourself into a corner. Of either releasing something and be like, oh, that actually makes no sense, or you're trying to write something and you're like, oh, hang on, I actually
That's the
can't do
thing.
that.
That is like one of not a problem. Maybe sometimes a problem. I don't know. Sometimes and like with like the difference between like I guess manga and like American media and like novels and shit is that like when you the thing I know is that when people write a novel is like they write the whole story and then they can like like put things away or like not mention things or like create a new magic system because the other one doesn't make sense, like have time to like write their plot holes or whatever, and then they publish the full novel. But with the way that like the manga, some manga works is that like they have like just like they do like the week by week stories, and like they finish writing it and then they draw it and then they send it out, and of course like they know their story and they know their characters. But sometimes like you've mentioned with the One Piece how there's different beginnings of the origin story because it's been so many years and he's like, wait, this is actually a better idea. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not finished with it obviously, or else it would be done by now. So that's like one of the things that's like a difference of like how with like more novels it's like, oh, this is like the full finished piece, and then with manga it's just like this weekly written thing, or like however bi-weekly or whatever, like, but it's not like fully finished until it is.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like there is actually, I actually didn't know this till recently. It's very, very cool. There is actually a very slight, in some, I don't want to say with all manga, but at least like with something, say like One Piece, where there is a slight room for change. And I didn't know this till recently, of like, so like Oda, like, he'll write the chapter, right? And then he'll publish it and it'll get published in the magazine, right? Everyone reads the magazine. That's how it gets published in like the weekly Shonen Jump magazine in Japan, right? However, I actually didn't know when they go to release that. You've seen like the volumes of One Piece I have, right?
Yeah.
So when they go to release the volumes, if Oda decides, hey, I need to change this or I need to change that, he's not gonna like rework the entire chapter, right? But like he's actually able to go and change text. He's able to change. He's able to change. What's the word I'm looking for? Any writing, any art that got messed up. It's like if there was a mistake. Like there's this one chapter where I don't know what the excuse given was. It was probably just like crazy work schedules and they fell behind on the chapter. But there was like one chapter recently within like the past 6 months. A chapter got released where it's like Luffy's seen in one panel, he has an axe on his back. The next panel, you see Luffy and he has a sword on his back. The next panel again, he has an axe on his back again. And everyone's like, hang on. They were drinking a lot on this ship. What if they're drunk right now and what's happening isn't actually happening? It was just like a crazy thing that got put in the alcohol. No, it's just a huge art error. There wasn't communication with the background artists, and it was very much real what was happening, but the background artists got mixed messages, and so when they are releasing that chapter into the actual like solid releases of the volumes, they're able to go back and change. They're able to change like the art on there to make it a consistent weapon. I forget what they stuck with. I think it was the axe. But something else though is like you sometimes, yeah, that's not important. The other crazy thing is though, so like in other times there's gonna be like small things that are changed in the beginning, but then 20 years later, like in One Piece case, they're like, actually, this one thing is actually very, very significant. Like, remember when you watched the live action One Piece, how Shanks, the red haired guy, he got his arm bitten off?
He did? I knew he had an arm
Yes.
missing, but I didn't know it got bitten
Yeah,
off.
so when he's saving Luffy in the ocean, he gets his arm bitten off by this giant sea creature. The story behind why his arm got bitten off in the real world is Oda's editor was like, hey, I think it'd be cool if this guy lost his arm. It'll set the seriousness of the moment. It'll make the moment more serious. And I was like, okay, cool, he lost his arm. Now, 20 years later, within the past like month, we got a chapter where we see Shanks when he still has his arm, and it has like this tattoo. We see shirtless Shanks, and we're able to see his arm, and it has like a world government tattoo on it. So it's like the idea is now is like, oh well, actually, he lost his arm. We made him lose his arm all those years ago when we first wrote chapter 1 of the story. But it was actually because he wanted to get rid of that tattoo and cut his ties with like the world government. But everyone knows he actually lost his arm 20-something years ago because the editor was like, it'd be cool. It's like, you can make changes, but it's like one of those things like, if Oda were to ever be like, actually, we want Shanks to have 2 arms, well, you can't. Because 20-something years ago, your editor was like, no, we're gonna get rid of that. We don't want him having the arm.
I don't want to draw the other arm.
Like, that's something, like, really, really cool. When, like, that can come out of...
Hey, is it okay if I don't draw this other guy's arm? I really don't want to. He's like, okay, that's okay.
Pretty much. Like, that's where it's, like, really, really cool with the whole, like, weekly releases. Because, like you were saying, like, with a novel, if you're writing this novel, you can change anything you want. But, like, imagine you get to the end of the story after writing all of it, and you're like, well, hang on, I should change this, or I don't like this. But then if this changes, that means I have to change this, and you, like, are stuck in this loop. But if you're only focused on, like, one chapter at a time, it really, like, makes you, like, think on your feet of, like, well, hang on, this detail, like Shanks losing his arm, well, now Shanks is a really significant character. I think it's already clear in Chapter 1 that Shanks is going to be someone important. I mean, it's the whole reason like Luffy leaves, right? But you're able to then take that detail of like, well, why would someone as powerful as Shanks like give up his arm? And then you show 25 years later, for the first time you ever see Shanks with his arm before he loses it, shirtless. Oh, hang on, he had this tattoo. That is like a really, really important like mark. Lets you do all sorts of weird shenanigans, teleporting shenanigans with the world government. It's a whole thing. But that means that when Shanks let his arm get eaten off, when saving Luffy, that's him like cutting ties with that world government, betting his arm on the future generation to bring down that government. Crazy stuff.
Right.
That like wouldn't have existed at all if Oda was like, I'm gonna write out the whole story and then we'll start writing, right? Obviously, there's good things with like being able to write, being able to write big like novels all in one sitting, right? Like you're able to patch out plot holes, you're able to think everything through, you're able to make everything like make sense and flow right. Either way is cool.
Some stories I don't think were created weekly, or I'd be like very surprised if they were. Probably, I know Attack on Titan has a lot. Like people are like, this has to be written backwards, low-key.
Sometimes you'd think so.
So I don't think Attack on Titan was written like that, and I don't think the ones I could think of is like Oshinoko. I don't think Oshinoko is written like that either. So then I guess in par with Oshinoko, I would say I guess Kaguya-sama was also probably not. Well, it might have been, maybe not. That's up for debate. I'll put that one on the debate.
Something like One Piece. I'm not saying like it's been written like Oda doesn't even know where it ends or whatever.
No, I'm not
but just
saying
like adding
that.
in adding in like details over time that like make something more significant. I think I just watched a video on like retcons and because like people like describe something as like a retcon when it's just not. Like I'm trying to think.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, retroactive continuity.
Oh, fuck continuity. Do you know who said fuck continuity? The oldest X-Men movies. They said, what the fuck is a continuity? Never heard of her.
Yeah. But so like someone was saying in one of the videos I'd watched on like what retconning means of like a show or if you have a story, right? And episode 1 you have it's raining, right? Episode 2 it says, well, actually rain doesn't exist. I think that's a retcon because you're retroactively changing the continuity of the story, saying, oh, actually rain doesn't exist. The fact it was raining in episode 1, that doesn't happen anymore. Just pretend it didn't happen.
Guys,
whereas
retcon is trying to gaslight the audience.
Whereas if in episode 2 they're like, actually that rain that was falling yesterday wasn't rain, it was like a crazy chemical that looks like rain, but it wasn't. But just like, it was a bunch of like this gross chemical coming down. That's not necessarily a retcon, but that's just more so like giving more context and further expanding like what was happening, I think. Retcons are strange, and I've seen 2 different videos on it, and I still can't properly define what that is.
A good thing you're not writing a story, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like something like the whole arm thing, like I mentioned, like we know that like...
Can I stop you for like 1 moment?
Yeah.
If you say that he lost his arm and had a tattoo and it was super cool one more time, I'm gonna like lose it.
No, I was just gonna say of like if they were to be like, well, or that wouldn't be a retcon because it's adding context to how he was before the before he lost it. But if they were to be like, well, actually, he just never lost it, then it's like, you know, I don't know.
Then that's a retcon.
Yeah. It's like, well, actually, ignore the fact that in chapter 1 we made him lose it, because now we don't want him to. You know?
Right.
It's like even shows like Attack on Titan, they didn't really retcon anything. They were just like, hey, here's
have a
extra
question.
context. Yeah.
Are you still explaining it to me because you think I don't understand, or are you just further explaining it because you want to?
I don't know. Want to, I think. I don't know.
Okay, then continue.
I'm just trying to procrastinate from doing the work I need to be doing.
Fair enough.
Because there's probably
Like,
something
not
that
to be
I need
mean, but you have said like the same thing over and over again, and here's the thing that you do is you keep giving examples, and I just don't know if it's out of like genuine, like you want me to understand, and I want to let you know that I understand, or if you just like want to keep talking about it. And either can
I don't
happen,
know.
by the way.
I'm just talking.
Okay. That's very, very good. You know how to talk. I cannot. I fucking stuttered a shit ton today. Like, I had like a stutter train, and I was like deeply embarrassed, even though it was just Kato. Do you know what? I don't mean this in a mean way either, but this is good. I'm gonna shift the topic. Are we okay to shift the topic?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. I have the other day. When did Kylie leave? Yesterday? Wednesday.
Yeah.
So Monday and Tuesday, I cried. Well, actually just Monday, I cried so much that like after I stopped crying around like 4 p.m., my eyes hurt like Tuesday as well. Like my eyes burned because I just cried so much. I know you've never experienced that, but I want you to know that that can happen. And then I'm kind of thinking about it, and I feel like an asshole because I didn't I didn't cry this much when you went to college. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, I did not feel this way when Andrew went to college.
Is what you're saying.
What I think I'm saying, well, to be fair, I also didn't cry when like Kato went to college, but also that's because we had most of our conversations on Discord. So I'm like, well, I can still text you and be like, get on call. And then not to say like hanging out in person doesn't have any value, but like, that's not like the foundation of us, you know? So I think that's why, like, of course, like I was sad, but I did not cry until my eyes burned when you left. And I think it's also, my sadness is also multiplied by the fact that everybody's leaving at the same time, and I like have functionally no one.
Yeah, fair.
Like there will be days like whenever, like especially if we think about it, there will be days when Ben's at work and everybody's busy where I'm functionally the only person in Kingman.
Go somewhere that's not Kingman.
Right. But family as well. You know? It's not so much that it's like it's not so much Kingman that's the problem. Like but then I move to Flag, and then I still miss Kylie, my sister, and Chase and Kato, and because they're in a different city, I move somewhere else. I still miss people, you know? Like I'm never gonna like not miss somebody. Like moving isn't gonna like fix it completely, but you know, it is. Like sure, I could be closer to some other people, but then I'm just gonna, you know, like, and then I'd cry because I miss my mom and my dad, my mommy and my dada.
I guess that's fair.
Like, yes, you're correct, but also I don't know if that's the solution.
I don't know.
To all of my.
It's a weird thing to say, because like I don't really go like missing people necessarily.
You don't ever, maybe not me, like your mom or your dad, like you're never like, damn, I wish I could like be with them right now.
Man, it's only like 2 hours if I really feel like that, but not really, no. I'm just vibing.
Well, maybe that is why your solution is just move, because I miss Kylie intensely and greatly. I called her today. I miss her so much. I'm so glad that her roommate is nice. Her roommate better be fucking nice to her. I'm so happy, but also so devastated that Brendan is leaving. Leaving me specifically. Of course, like it's all about me. If you didn't know, if you're not caught up, you know.
Yeah, everyone's leaving you specifically.
Yes.
Everyone's going away from Kingman because they all hate you.
No. They're leaving me. They're not leaving because they hate me, but they're leaving me. Does that make sense?
I see.
It's like they're dying.
Okay, so...
I was talking. This is such a weird conversation to have with Brendan. But you know me, Brendan. But Brendan said something about die, and he's like, "What if I just died?" And I'm like, you know what? I'd make a post of you. Do you know what I'd say? He's like, "What would you say?" I said, I would put like a picture of us, and then on the caption of my post, I would put, "I will never understand why heaven needed you more than me." And he looked at me and was like, "Okay, that kind of ate." I'm like, "I know, right?" That's what I would put, just to let you know. He's like, "Thank you, I appreciate that." Real? Like, isn't that a nice thing to say? About
I guess, yeah.
dying. He's like all smiles about it. He's like, really? I'd be like, yeah. I'll post that if you die. He's not dying, but like he's leaving me.
Fair.
I don't know. I say, oh, so you hate me? But I never really feel that way. As much as some other people do. Like, Kylie, it's like, Kylie, she told me that she feels that way almost constantly. She just feels like everybody hates her. And I'm like, you know I don't hate you. And she's like, I know, but I can't help think it. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And now I have heartburn.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't know. Even like the whole like, I don't know. I'll say the whole like, oh, so you hate me. And, like, I don't actually think like the person hates me.
I hate you.
If I do think that someone actually hates me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, so you hate me, because like I know they already hate me.
Wouldn't that be so funny to say though? To someone that actually hates you. But I'd be like, oh, so you hate me, and then them be dead serious and be like, yeah, I do fucking hate you. Can you leave? And then you have to get up and leave. Like you've just got. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. And I guess that does explain the whole just like get up and move thing, because like if I ever like actually was like sitting here and be like, I need to be with this person right now, then like yeah, I'd probably just like go to them. Like, so like I don't like feel that a lot. I can just kind of like be wherever and be chilling.
Mhm. Maybe when you get a girlfriend, you'll feel that way.
Maybe. No promises.
I mean, I kind of like asked my parents, like, what is it like talking to one person each day? And like, what do you talk about? Because you basically have the same life. Like, you live in the same house, you have the same kids, you have the same last name, you go everywhere together, you know everything about each other. Like, what do you do? And my dad's like, well, I enjoy your mom's company a lot. Like, I'd rather be with her than with anybody else, and I'd rather be my family than anywhere else. But, you know, we don't always talk, and I think that speaks more than what your conversations do, you know? Like, no matter, like, I think if you could sit in silence with somebody, that says so much more than if you're talking to them about every little thing. Or if, like, you can't talk to them, if you run out of things to say, you know? Like, you don't have to talk to a person, that's why, like, they work so well. And then my dad said all that, and then my mom said ditto. My mom is, she's very good with words, but my dad, I think, is better at emotions. Funny enough. I think he thinks about his emotions more. He's like me. Like, he can articulate what he's feeling and what he's thinking better than my mom. But my mom has a broader vocabulary than my dad. My dad's kind of like, not street smart, you know? Like, my mom's the type of person to be like, oh, this part we'll look up on this is me also over-explaining things. But that's because I love my parents, and I think they're cool. My
Or explain your
are-
parents because you love your parents. I over-explain One Piece because I love One Piece.
We are not the same.
We are not the same, and I would rather be in my shoes than yours.
Well, the thing is, your shoes don't fucking fit me. One.
I did not mean the literal shoes.
Really? Thor. Jesus.
Yeah,
Bananza
like,
always like, you
I
have small
cannot
ass.
believe that you thought
I
for
cannot
even a
believe.
second that
I
you
cannot
thought I meant
believe
literal
that you're a bitch.
shoes. Like, how could
Hot-
you, like, just
I
think
cannot
that,
believe
like,
you're gonna kill yourself in 3 hours.
I wish.
I J-Slat it where I predicted on Twitter.
Yeah. And then it happens, you're like, I promise I had
Oh.
nothing to do with this.
Who liked me on Hinge? Nobody. That applied to me. Sorry. It said someone liked you, and then you didn't show up. Me when Hinge lies to you.
I love when apps just lie. They're like, hey, let's say something, and then it's just like actually wrong, but hey, you opened your app, so good luck spending the next 20 minutes.
Literally.
Like, I love when I get like a notification from like either like Twitter or Instagram, and I'll go there. It's like, actually it doesn't exist. But anyways, now that you've opened the app, good luck. You're spending the next half an hour on here. It's
So
like,
I
oh,
have this.
cool.
I have this new bedtime routine, where when I take my sleepy time pill and then I'm on my phone, but I know like the thing about going to bed that like I realized, which is unfortunate, is that you have to put yourself to bed. Like you can't just like it's not like you could be sleepy, but it's not something that you're like, oh, you're sleepy, go to sleep, right? You have to like rock yourself to sleep and like put yourself to bed. So how I put myself to bed is I have this mode on my phone. I call it dumb mode, where it just only has like calls, messages, YouTube, and YouTube Music. So it's basically like a do not disturb, but extra. Like no other apps can like get to me. And then it's on black and white, so there's no blue light on my phone. So then what I'll do is I'll put that mode on. I'll look up some ASMR and I'll like watch the ASMR to like turn my brain off. That's my new thing. That's how I put myself to bed. Because I can't like because low-key books don't put me to bed. I was up reading a book until 1 a.m. Like why am I like this? Books don't put me to bed.
I've had
They make me
whenever I lay in bed and yeah, whenever I lay in bed like for like a long time and I'm like I cannot sleep. My go-to has and will always be
How you're like, why can I
the
not sleep
one.
when the phone holding everything in the world is in my hands right now? What a mystery.
No, I
Why is
mean
the
even
glowy
like
box keeping me awake?
I mean even like when I'm not on my phone, I'm just like trying to fall asleep, but I can't.
Right.
Not like I'm scrolling on like my phone, like scrolling Twitter and be like, why am I not asleep yet?
That's low-key me though. I'm like, why am I not tired? When like I'm scrolling Instagram or something, I'm like, so when am I gonna go to sleep? Like, because it's such a dumb thing.
I've tried many a YouTube video, many a channel, but nothing is like the sleep thing that I need than one specific YouTuber who plays Mario Maker. Those videos I can throw on and yeah, Carl Sagan 42.
Well, do you
Not
have
like his
the
content's
YouTube
boring
video?
or anything, but like
But it's just relaxing.
it's just like relaxing, it's just pure, he's laughing playing Mario. Nothing else exists in the world than just
You
playing
think you could
Mario.
ever fall asleep to C tier?
Probably not.
I
don't watch very much C-tier video content.
Fake fan.
Like I don't like I've maybe watched like 5 videos, and even that's being generous.
Well, when you put on the YouTube video to sleep, do you like keep it on and then you fall asleep to the video being on?
There have been many times I'm just laying in bed for like 30 minutes, cannot fall asleep. I throw on the YouTube video, and because I have premium, I can just like hit the turn my phone off and it'll still play the audio.
Right.
And I'm out in like 3 minutes, if even that.
Well, the thing is, I can't. So the ASMR turns my brain off, right? But I don't keep it on while I sleep. I just use it and then I turn my phone off because I can't fall asleep to anything because it wakes me up. Like I'll like nod off to it, but then like my brain will catch the sound and I won't be able to like fully fall asleep.
Oh
Because
no, he's got like 30 or 40 minute videos, and if I fall asleep in the first like 2 minutes of it, the whole thing will play while I'm asleep, and that doesn't
Right.
wake me up. Like when I'm asleep, I'm like asleep.
Right. Well, the videos that I watch, like the ASMR, it's like nail tapping ASMR. So I don't know if like you've been
Oh.
around people. No, you don't like that? You don't
I don't
like
know.
the.
Depends.
Maybe you should listen to it and let me know because like I like when they like tap on shit, like especially rhythmically. So it's like these girls with like long ass nails and they're like either like tapping the microphone or like tapping like a key, not like a keyboard, like something, or like they're clicking like the desk or like a board with their nails or like scratching something, and it hits a part of my brain, and it's like I'm sure it's like the equivalent of like what dogs feel when you scratch that one spot behind their ear. I feel like that's what I feel when I watch the ASMR videos.
That's fair. No, I
Another
don't. I
guilty
wouldn't.
pleasure that I like. Well, another guilty pleasure that I like. This is disgusting, by the way. I don't watch it often because I don't think there's any good compilations on YouTube. But like people doing ingrown hair removal or like earwax removal. I love that.
Is awful.
It's I don't know why. I don't know why it intrigues me, but it does. And I think it's like one of those like oddly satisfying things, and I tried finding a video where it's just like a compilation of it, but there's only like shorts, which is I guess fine, but I want like to just watch a bunch of good ones, you know? Like when they remove the earwax and they like get like a good like full one and they like pull the whole thing out, and it's like I don't know. I think it's cool, and it's not even cool. It's gross and it fascinates me. Ingrown hair isn't as bad. It's just like a hair embedded in your skin and then they pull it out. But some are really long. And
There
then, like,
was
pull it, like they're just like it's just like this long pull out of the skin. Yeah, get into it. Are you gonna PB? By the way, Kato.
No.
Oh, okay. This isn't going on Speedrun.com.
would be funny. I mean, he is ahead.
This isn't
Don't
PBing.
jinx him though. You're a minute and 14
This
seconds
isn't
green.
PBing.
You're right. He's not gonna PB. This is a dead run, Elia. Don't even ask.
I didn't ask.
But something that I like a lot when it comes to like, because I can't really listen to music when I'm doing something.
Oh.
Because like I don't know if I actually ever described it this way, but a lot of the music that I like and like the reason like why I like a lot of like anime and video game stuff so much is because like when I'm listening to that, I can think of what it's from. It's like if rumbling from Attack on Titan comes on, right? Like I'm thinking about like how good, and thinking about like Attack on Titan, right? For like that duration of that song, and then that will get me thinking about other things. So it's a double-edged sword, because as much as I love that, I can't really listen to music as much when I like trying to like do homework or much, because then I'll get distracted and I'll start thinking about anything else that isn't the homework while I'm trying to do that. But something that I've found a lot, if I can find it. What am I trying to use it for? It's playlist. Would it be music? Is it in here? Yeah, this if you're on my stream. So like this is kind of, sort of, somewhat Persona. It is Persona music, but like the vibe, like if you listen, how you can hear on this, that's like you can hear people talking. You can hear like movement of like dishes and like an actual like ambient vibe.
Right.
That's
so you
super
need to like
good.
go study at like a Starbucks or something.
That would work too. I've used this exact. I've had this. This is only like an hour long. I've had this just on loop also, like in the library. The library that I go to on campus is sometimes a little like you'll hear people moving around, so depending on the floor you're on, it can have some people. But yeah, something like this. I wouldn't really consider that ASMR though. There was this one, outing myself a little bit. There was this one video that I saw on Twitter, and I think it was a multiple like year-old clip. But it was this one VTuber. I don't even know who it was, but she was doing this one ASMR stream, and I'm trying to think of a way of describing this without making it seem like super like outing. But it was like up to like her heartbeat. And I was like, you know what? I get ASMR now. I won't listen to it, but I'm like that was relaxing here. I'm like, I don't know why, but that was just relaxing. Will I ever listen to ASMR again? No. But just that alone, like that was pretty. That was nice. Not a fan of the ASMR though. I get it, but
Chicken
jockey.
jockey.
Yeah. No, I get ASMR. Do I listen to it? No. It's just
Right.
I am tired. Video Spire also. Yeah, fire raid. Like
I'm trying to look for this one site. I actually don't know if it exists anymore. But nope, not that. But there's like this site I used for a while to try and like, oh, is it this? No, it's not that. But it was this site where you could go on it and then choose what where you wanted to be. Like you could be at like a coffee shop or something, and it would be like actual like recorded things of like people like just being in a coffee shop, and you could have like music in the background and shit. Like, and it was like a whole website for that, and like, you could like write notes and shit. And I just feel like you would want that, but I cannot find it.
I don't know if that's ever something I'd actually use, but that is sick.
Well, now I just want to find it because.
Yeah, no, I get you. Now you want to find it because now it's driving you crazy that you can't find it.
Yeah.
Happened to me at work one day. I lost my water bottle somewhere, and I paid $1 for the water bottle, but before I can get it to the back to like put it where like the drinks normally go, I set it down to help a customer or something, and I just could not find it. Could not find it at all. And it got just to the point where it's driving me crazy. I'm like, I don't even care. I can buy a new water bottle, but it's just, I just could not. It's like, it's not a big store. I don't know if you've ever been in there. It's not a big store. It was just driving me crazy.
It was like this cute site. Where was it? It was super cute. I loved it, and I'm gonna kill myself. Is it this? Ooh. Not that. There's something like that. Is it this? I found it! Let's go! Yes. I'm pretty sure it was this. Yes. I don't care. Okay, yeah. So, if I could show this to you real quick, because I think it's really neat. And like, when I did assignments, this was one of the things that helped me the most. So, I do not care. Okay, so you could like choose different things, and then you could have like this timer here, and then you could put up like tasks. You could see, like, I logged into my old account. Or it could do like origins, and then spaces. Oh, yeah. Okay, so spaces, you can literally choose anything. Like, if you go to cafe, you can pick this one, and then it will have like all the sounds that you want.
Actually,
Unlock this pro space, bro. Now it's under lock and key. Sorry, didn't realize. Or you could, oh, like live? Is it like real like places that you could just like have background noise at? And it's just like, it's normal noise. How do I know what's pro? Everything below this? Oh no, it's not, I just gotta find it. But like, this would be cool, like if you just like wanted like this ambiance noise. And you could favorite things. I understand why this was my favorite. I don't know if I ever completed these. I hope I did. Oh, hell yeah. Ow. Owie. Yeah, life at spaces. There you go. That's what capiche. You with capiche? No? Alright. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, kiddo. Podcast. Andrew? Hi.
Hi.
Were you listening?
How are
when I was
you?
talking to you?
Yeah, but the thing with the ambience, and you liked the one that the purple jellyfish-looking things, something else.
And then you just didn't want to respond when I said hi?
I was reading comments on this video.
I guess.
Listen, when you have ambient Minecraft music, you go to the comments and you see a bunch of people being sad and telling stories about how much they love Minecraft. It's pretty great, actually. Huh. Like someone be like, I used to play this game like 10 years ago, then my brother died of cancer or something, so I no longer play Minecraft.
Why are you reading this?
I don't know, because it's a bunch of people just telling their nice stories of Minecraft.
I just didn't think. I guess you surprised me when you want to read them.
I was just here, reading them, I don't know.
Good enough.
Does it make you feel sad or?
No, are you my therapist?
Well, I just think that I just would have never thought you were one to actively and search for sad comments under sad Minecraft videos.
I don't know. I was just reading them.
Is it like a sick, twisted, like fun thing? Like you find them fun?
Yes, I have a great time reading about other people's misery. How did you know?
I wasn't gonna judge you. I was just asking.
Speedrun.com will.
Huh? True.
They'll judge you.
True. This isn't going to speedrun.com though. Stop
It has
being-
speedrun.com.
Don't worry, I'll just copy and paste this audio into another run.
True. Yeah, this run isn't PBing, so it's not going to speedrun.com anyways. It's fine. So why is it called the racism layer?
Because the fractones are like, we don't like your kind here.
Real. Yeah, that makes sense why it's called the racism layer then.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
This is the racism layer where they're racist.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Why else would it be called the racism layer? Earlier in one of my
I don't know.
runs, afterwards I had the craziest statement of course I lost time in the racism layer.
Me win.
That's so funny, actually.
I was thinking of having another Jeopardy but quotes. Because there's a lot more.
Oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
Just, oh no.
Would you participate this time around?
No promises.
Gators flying. You've gotten faster at that. Yeah.
I have.
I really like it when speedrunners keep ignore bosses and like enemies. They're like, I literally don't need that.
We don't need to discuss the locked-inness.
Why?
Don't bring attention to it.
Oh,
Anyways,
my bad.
what else can we talk about?
That was my first run today that didn't die to the racism layer.
Yeah.
It's not gonna PB though. It's fine.
No, it won't, because I'm gonna die to
Um,
K roll.
No, the run doesn't. The run doesn't PB. It's fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Dead run.
If the run PBs, you have to go on the horse games.
But it's not gonna PB. So
But what if it does?
why? Shut up. The run does not PB.
I'm not. You guys need to explain these things to me. If I'm not supposed to say things, but I don't know what
Because
I'm
we
not
do
supposed
not
to say.
need anyone being nervous during the run. So the run is not going to PB because there's no stakes. She's just playing it out
Well,
for
why
practice.
would you not? Nobody tells me anything.
Context clues.
I'm never gonna get a context clue from you with the most monotone voice.
Context clues.
No.
I don't know what you're on about.
No,
I
like you
give
say the
so
same thing in the
clear.
me when I'm serious, me when I am not serious. Like, are we for real? Like, Andrew, I love
I'm
you,
very
but,
for real.
but I will never be able to tell, like, if you are being like you're always sarcastic. And like, how am I supposed to know when you're being for real about like when Kato tells you that he got world record and you go, no, you didn't.
I don't know, man.
You expect far too much from me and everyone around you.
You've known me for like more than like 6 months, so like you should know me inside and out.
No. Fuck no.
You should know.
I don't want to know you. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought that I
Wow.
actively throw information about you?
Wow.
What do you think I know about you?
I don't know.
Nothing. Because you don't tell anybody anything. You never let anyone in. You're so, like, you build up these walls and then you're like, oh my god, nobody understands me. And it's just the way I like it. Nobody bothers me, nobody knows. They don't tell my family what music I like. Just on principle.
Exactly. It's a peaceful life.
Is it? Or is it lonely?
It's a very peaceful life. If you don't need to know, you don't need to know, you know?
No.
Fair enough.
We'll never know. Need to tell everybody everything.
Well, if you don't know, then that probably means that you don't need to know.
About you?
Exactly.
Or about me?
About me.
What do I not know about you? I don't think I could tell you your favorite color. Low-key. I know other things. If you ask me your favorite other things, then I'd be able to say.
What's his
How?
favorite piece of fiction?
Well, which media? Well, I guess favorite piece of fiction, manga-wise, would be One Piece.
I think just overall it's One Piece.
I think so too, but he's gone on record to say that One Piece is his favorite manga.
Well,
And
just
Dr.
favorite piece
Stone.
of fiction ever would be One Piece, I'm pretty sure.
I would say that's also true.
You say it's the best piece of fiction ever written. That I will stand by forever. I do think it is the best piece of fiction ever made. I'd have to think about my favorites. Okay, what's the specifics then between anime and manga? What's the specifics?
Anime's Dr. Stone.
Anime's Dr. Stone. and
This was
manga's
about a
One Piece.
lie. Okay,
Sorry.
you know me. You've known me for many more a moon than I am.
Well, you don't talk about anything else either.
I don't know what you're on about. I talk about many
Roll the
things.
clip of how many times you mentioned One Piece in the spot.
I don't talk about One Piece. that often.
the video idea, but every time Andrew says One Piece, the video speeds up.
Listen, I don't talk about One Piece that often.
Kate, if you give me this video, I will speed it up every time he says One Piece.
Half the time they say One Piece or when I'm gonna be saying that I don't talk about One Piece that often. Right now.
No, I remember like in One Piece.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like in One Piece
Even
when
I
Shanks. It's like
I
in
don't
One
know.
Piece when
Too,
Shanks.
and then he got bitten
That
off the
wasn't
arm and
this
changed
run.
it, and he got too, and it was significant because he got his arm bitten off by the shark, and it was a thing.
That
So it
was this run,
significant.
Andrew.
Wasn't it, man? I've been sitting here for an hour just talking to Alaya. That's awful, actually.
Oh, kill yourself. Fine, I won't fucking talk to you anymore.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You know what? I have actively been listening and asking you questions and having a have you noticed how now
I
I'm mad.
have noticed,
Now we're
actually.
arguing. Now we're arguing.
No, we're not arguing. We're not arguing. I have noticed that you were questioning and reaching deeper onto some of the things I was saying, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And we were
'cause I wanna
having,
fucking talk to you.
we were having a good conversation.
And then you decide to say, ew. Do you wanna, reflect on that? I think you should go in the corner if you don't mind. Low-key. Go on. Go in the corner.
Huh?
Oh my god. How can we have a conversation if you don't listen to me? Thoughts?
What was that? Okay, no, I think she might kill me.
And whose fault is it?
Not mine.
Well, now I'm pissed and now I don't even want, like I tried so hard today. And you just threw it all out the window. For what?
For the bit. For the
I hate
vine.
you. I think you would have hated Vine.
Oh, maybe. There are
Because
some
it's
pretty
popular.
solid ones.
Well,
I
because
don't
it,
hate
because
things
it was
because
like
they're popular.
TikTok. Well, I'm not
No,
saying you
but
don't hate things that are popular, but I'm saying if you hate TikTok, you probably would have liked Vine.
Vine was funny. Vine was unique.
Are you? But if you lived it though.
I did live it. I lived it through via YouTube compilations,
That's not
but I
living
did.
it.
I couldn't
not
download
living
Vine. I was like 8.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't live it.
You didn't either.
And I'm not saying that I did. Did you hear me say that?
Yes.
Me when I need a hearing aid? You're wearing headphones. It's not that hard to fucking hear me. I have a mic. We're...
But I have you turned way down.
Ugh.
You heard it here, here first, folks. She's gonna kill me.
Well, it's not gonna PB, so it doesn't matter.
Real.
I could say anything.
I'll ask Kato
I'm gonna
for
leak
the
your
recording
address
afterwards.
so he can't. I'm gonna leak your address so that Kato can't post this on speedrunners.com. Alright, Andrew lives at...
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Found it. Found it. Have you looked in my corner? No, you have. Okay, you talked in it today? Yesterday?
No.
I low-key don't have a perception of time. Yesterday.
I can see this. I can see that.
There was a day where I asked Kato, hey, is Ben back? And Kato was like, no. He has one more day at work. And I'm like, cool. I didn't know what day it was. I appreciate that.
Ben goes back Tomorrow, and he gets back on Sunday. Factual
Well, it's really
information.
funny because something was brought up when you about filming CT of when you just planned something and then forgot to tell everybody else. Is how I heard it.
Yeah, pretty much. It wasn't a big, solid, like finalized plan. It was more so I would be able to do Sunday in the case that my parents aren't trying to do anything before I go back up for college. Which they haven't told me anything, which means at this point it's not happening. So now Sunday is good.
Right.
No, last night was so, like, had me dying though. We were playing Mario Wonder and it was such a good time. That's gonna be some amazing series, just like C-tier content. Probably like the best in the series. We're only on the channel. With how we were planning, we were only planning on doing like one upload every like 2 weeks on that.
Am I allowed to when will I be allowed to be on C tier?
Me and Ben discussed it. Maybe a Christmas special.
Oh really?
I don't know. Christmas specials only.
Christmas specials only. Elia appears like Santa Claus. Or like
Yeah, that's
Christmas
yeah.
present. I bring joy to only Ben.
True. Definitely not me.
I hope One Piece ends and you don't hear about it.
I hope that One Piece never ends. I hope it goes for forever and ever and ever.
Well, if you die right now, it will never end. Thoughts? For you.
Well, I guess.
Question mark? So it was unfortunate that you caught me at like this weird time of remember when you asked me to fix your gloves for level up?
Yes.
To make some other stuff that I crochet, I did have to like kind of sew a little bit, so I made Kylie this like star-shaped pillow, and so I sewed a lining on the inside to hold all of the stuffing, so that like because the original crochet project had like a lot of holes, so it wouldn't be able to consistently hold the stuffing, so I had to like put fabric on the inside. So I did sew that on. It was easy, but you did ask me to learn to sew for the first time a car, and I just had to say no.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cause ow. You feel?
Yeah.
I mean, the gloves seem fine at level up. I don't know if, like, I brought the sewing thing, but I think, like, you just forgot to ask Kato.
We just didn't have time, really.
I guess this way. Yeah, we got back late
Yeah.
the first day. I think it was really funny because Chase was like, okay, we need to be quiet so that we don't wake the dogs because they're in my parents' house or parents' room, and we're like, fair. And we were quiet, and then Chase told us like he didn't even know that we all got home because we were all so quiet. They're like, I'm
Yeah,
sure they
fair.
expected us to be like somewhat loud, you know, but we were like whispering. If I remember.
But I felt really bad because we were so loud last night. But it was nice. Like, it is a school night. So both his mom and brother had like were like going to the school in the morning, right?
Right.
And it was like we were so loud.
You're not gonna hear from them for the rest of the run. I can't switch.
Vamos pegar o caminho de jeito com as bananças. Rápido! A bomba de banana tá se aproximando! Alucinante! Ele tá dominando a cidade inteira! Tire as garras da nossa cidade! O Caio tá aí, né? Concentração! Ele não pode escapar!
I just need the craziest 2-minute K rule. Not too greedy. It's fine.
So 2.5 minutes.
That's all I needed.
That's crazy.
That's all I needed tonight.
GG's.
Oh my god.
Man, that is an awesome PB. 2.5
Was it
minutes.
the podcast that helped Kato?
Oh, genuinely, I think it was.
Yeah, the podcast go crazy.
Oh my god.
Agora acabou.
117.23 sum of best.
DK.
What's isn't like the world record like 119 or something?
No, it's down to
like
112.
Meu sonho é
Oh my god.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Oh no, 113, sorry.
você
Sorry, I forgot High Text hasn't gotten the 112 yet. He was on 112 pace though. And that's crazy.
So what's the difference that makes up that 8 minutes? Well, even
Um,
like your sum best is the 117, like 117.20.
Yeah.
It's like that extra 5 minutes. What's the difference between that? Is there like more like text you haven't learned, or
just better moving and playing it not as safe as I did.
actually? So there's no others. That's crazy though. There's
Other
no, like,
than
4 minutes of just, like safety strats and movement.
Yeah, other than juice boosting in Luncheon Kingdom or Feast Layer.
Sure. Well, GG's, that is awesome.
o sonho do DK.
Where
Well,
does this place
speedrun.com
lead?
mods, if you get this part in the recording also, hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Esquece o que eu falei antes.
I'm
Subscribe
26.
to Kato Fanfare.
I'm 26th right now.
26? That's so
That's
crazy.
crazy.
26 in the world. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
What do you need for that top 125 or top 125, top 25 spot?
Top 25, I needed to shave off another 11 seconds.
Já tô no meu compasso.
You got it. I mean, even if you just did, I don't know what you did to lose the minute and 20 in the end.
I died the K
question mark.
roll.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Died to K roll just from a stupid mistake.
You know, if you didn't die to K roll, you would have had your sub 120.
Yeah, sub 120. I would have been like, I don't know how much I lost there. Actually, probably I had a little
Then you
bit
would
of
have been
time.
that full minute 24 or 1 minute 22.
I
Yeah.
would have gotten a 118,
That's crazy.
which would have gotten me. Hold on. A 118 would bring me up to 22nd.
That's insane. I wouldn't, like, obviously, like, time barriers is really, really good, but, like, honestly, with how close you are, you should just be going for, like, place barriers.
No, I
'Cause, like,
I will.
getting close. Like, I think with the time you're putting in, I mean, college is going to make it a little more difficult.
Yeah.
But, like, with the time that you're putting in, like, I think you have, like, a genuine shot at this record. And not to say anything of, like, oh, well when some people leave, but it's like, people like Smalley and CJ, they're not going to be on the record for forever.
Yeah.
Not to be like, oh, you'll have less competition soon. But, realistically, you will also have less competition soon.
Yeah.
They're not going to go with the speedrun
You
forever,
need me to
for a
kill
while.
them for you.
To be fair, Rick Schmitty works a full 9 to 5. He is employed,
That's
and he is second right now.
He has a
He'd be
job.
first if he was unemployed.
True.
Quit your job. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. Moral of the story, if you want to speedrun, quit your job.
Literally.
Become unemployed. Or just be a
Like-
full-time streamer.
That's unemployed. No, I'm kidding. Imagine.
Man.